So most people think that Christianity, or to be a Christian or to go to church, you've got to have everything together. You've got to be perfect or squeaky clean. But in this series, I want to challenge you guys, man, to be a follower of Christ is to get a little dirty. You had a back surgery not that long ago, right?
Right, just several months ago, and I have wound up in hospital twice after that, which meant I couldn't do any exercise or anything, so that just made my back even worse. It's just been an embarrassment to have a yard grown up like the woods out here.
Yeah. See, Jesus expects certain things from his followers. If we're going to follow him, we've got to understand there are certain things. And it's not in a bad way like, man, you got to do these things or else. But more like, man, Jesus expects certain things from us, for us to do certain things because he did them. See, Jesus served people. He got out there and he got dirty. So it should be no surprise for us to see, when we look in the Bible, Jesus himself, man, playing in the mud. Okay, so Jesus isn't exactly, playing in the mud. But I want you to look at John chapter 9, when Jesus and his disciples roll up on a guy that had been blind since the day that he was born. The Bible says that Jesus, he spit on the ground and he made mud with the dirt in his saliva, and he spread it over the guy's eyes. And he told him to go wash himself in this pool. The guy came back just so excited because he could see for the very first time in his life. See, Jesus showed us on that day what it looks like to serve other people, to get a little dirty. And what's crazy is the Bible described this guy as someone that not a lot of us probably would help out. He was described as a blind beggar. Now you might be sitting there right now going, Nick, I don't know a blind homeless guy to serve or a beggar. But I would challenge you, there are people around you in your area that you could serve every day. People at your school, people that you see at the mall, people in your own house, or like me, somebody at a gas station. See guys, I love ices. I mean, I really love ices. And there was a time in my life where I went to the same gas station every day to get an icy. See, throughout that time, I built relationships with the people there. I got to know them, and they knew me by name. But there was one guy in particular that I had built a friendship with that I'll never forget. So one night I walk in the gas station like I had been doing for months to get my icy, and I saw my friend there. And I noticed something a little different about him. He wasn't as happy and everything as what he usually was. And I asked him, man, what's going on? He began to tell me that night, before he came into work, his wife had sat him down and said that she was leaving him. She was gonna take the kids and she was gonna go. And he just began to cry and he was so upset. And I just remember at that moment, I was faced with the choice. Do I stay here and take care of my friend, or do I go home? I can't say it was the coolest and even the easiest thing to do, but I can tell you this. I thought about, man, what would Jesus really be doing on this night? Would he go home and hang out with his friends, or would he be here with this guy that was hurting? And it's kind of crazy, over the next 4 hours, what that looked like for me was I got to pray with this guy in the middle of a gas station. I got to share a little bit about my faith and who God is in my life. And ultimately that night, that man who was hurting so bad accepted Christ in that gas station. See, this didn't happen that day just because I was like some super Christian or something. I truly believe it was because I just served this guy. I was his friend. I got down and I got dirty. I didn't do what is normal and easy. I allowed God to use me for whatever he wanted me to do that day. God gives us opportunities every day to impact other people's lives, to serve other people. And we've got the choice. Are we gonna stay blind to them? Are we gonna act like we don't see the needs of other people right in front of us? Or we have the opportunity to choose to say yes, to open our eyes and truly serve other people. In fact, listen to what Jesus says in Matthew 23:11. The greatest among you must be a servant. You know, some of your other neighbors, sometimes they come over and mow it. I mean, do you think that's something, is that a blessing to you, I guess? You know,
My goodness, I mean, it has. If you see a need, fill it. That's about all you can say.
All right.
If you see something that's obviously a need and you can fill it, then try.
So what do you think? Are you ready to get your hands dirty? Are you ready to serve others? Are you ready to humble yourself and allow God to use you to help someone else? See, some of you are going to stay blind, but my prayer is this, that you would open your eyes for the first time and see the world in need and actually do something about it.